Hello everyone, Andrew Sampson with Ross Video again, and today we're going to cover using SQL queries to sort and filter data in our templates. And if you have not yet watched the Excel Datalinq video where we go over Datalinq keys and creating Excel files and registering them as a database, I highly recommend that you watch that first so that all of the things we're going to cover in this video make sense. So the template we're going to use today is a team leaders in total points graphic, and we are going to create a template that automatically filters and sorts the data in descending order, and we're going to use an SQL query to set that up for us so that as the data changes, our template will automatically change to show us the information, not only the correct information, but the information in the order that we want it displayed in. So this is going to be pretty cool. And we're going to data link a few different fields here. We're going to data link a headshot, we're going to data link the player name, and we're going to data link the total points for the player. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to go in and start setting up our data links. So we're going to go in and select our name field. We're going to go to data source, and we're going to go data link, roster, and we're going to browse here. So we're currently browsing a table called full stats, right? And this is actually where you're going to enter your query, right? So if you're looking for a specific player, or you want to filter this database in a specific order, you can actually enter your query right here. And that's become very important because when we enter a specific table, you're going to want to put whatever your query value is into that table field in Datalinq. So we'll set it up without the query first, just so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. But we'll pick our first name, and we wind up with a Datalinq setup that looks like this. So our Datalinq source is roster, our column is name, our row is 1, and our table is full stats. So your query is actually going to go in this field right here, table. Right? Now a quick and easy way to get that query in there is to just copy and paste it, and to do it from within the browse window when you're setting up your actual Datalinq property. So we're going to browse, and we're going to type our query in right here. So we're going to use select, and these are all standard SQL queries, so you can Google these if you don't know them off by heart, which I don't either. I've been provided some handy ones to show you today. So we're going to type in select star, which means that whole table in this case. Select star from, oops, type, whoa, from full stats. And we're going to do points descending to start off with. So after we say select star from full stats, we're going to say order by points descending. And you'll see that it reorders all the information according to the total points descending. Right? Now the quick and easy way to get that into your Datalinq setup is obviously we just pick that first name, Del Dunbar, and we'll click OK, and of course now you have that whole query inside your Datalinq properties. All right. So once you've set up that first query, we can now just copy and paste this to each of our next text objects. So we'll click OK, it's going to insert our information. Now this is a feature that's super useful not only in this query function, but if you're using Datalinq in general. If you go down to your data source tab here in the object inspector, you can right click and you can copy your entire Datalinq properties, and we're going to paste them over to our next text object. And then we're going to right click and we're going to say increment row, and now we get the next player. So pretty straightforward, and you can really quickly set this all up. Oops, actually I want to copy this guy. Well, we might go to increment row again. There we go. And then increment row, increment row, increment row, that's our next player. Or you can just go to this guy's Datalinq, which is already row 4, and we'll just copy it, and we'll paste it into the 5th one, and we'll increment it. So there's our 5 leaders, and we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to go into our actual data fields where we're going to have the points, and we're going to paste those data links again. And we're going to switch, well, we'll switch some of these properties. We want row 1. And instead of name, we want points. So there's our points. And we'll just copy these Datalinq properties, and we'll paste them and increment, and then copy, and paste, and increment, and copy, paste, and increment, and copy, paste, and increment again. And we're going to do the same thing for our headshots. So we'll go into our headshots. We'll go to the Datalinq property for our quad object. We'll set our Datalinq, and we'll paste our Datalinq properties. And of course, we're going to go row 1, and instead of points, we're going to do headshot. And we'll copy, and paste, and increment, and paste, and increment. Oops, I need to increment one more time for this guy. And we'll copy, all right, so those are our 5 top point leaders. Now the great thing is, because each one of these data fields is running that query, if we change the database, if we go back to our actual Excel table, and we'll keep this graphic online, so there's our current team leaders in total points, and we'll go back to our Excel. We know the current leader is Del Dunbar, and he has 27 points. So let's switch up the database completely, and let's give someone else the point total. So let's go into our Excel file. And let's find someone else that we're going to give the point lead. So let's give it to Eddie Erickson up here. And we'll change his point total to 45. And the entire database rearranges itself. So now Eddie Erickson is our point leader. Del Dunbar has moved down to the second point total, and then Laxo, and so forth, right? So we've now created a graphic that reacts as our database changes. And if you notice, right, our database doesn't sort the data. It's the template that's handling all the data sorting using these queries. And there's all kinds of different ways you can format these queries. You can use greater than, less than. So if you're looking for a specific player that has a number greater than 10, right? And also then order the players whose numbers are greater than 10 by their points descending. So there's all kinds of different combinations you can come up with, and it's a really powerful tool. So enjoy experimenting with it, and you'll see these features in a new release very shortly. So enjoy, have fun, and we'll talk to you soon.